Hello, and welcome to the Swole Initiative Network. You are watching Kids in Capes. Oh no, it's Kids in Capes. Because whenever I can make a Muppet reference, I will. Welcome in, guys. I know we've been a little bit spotty with like streaming and stuff, but we're here tonight. So before we get into everything, let's go over some of our amazing brand partners, starting with
Norse Foundry.
Sood.
With me, yes, I was ready the entire time. We're really grateful for Norse Foundry, Swole only roll on Norse Foundry, amazing gemstone and metal die, and all of our featured music comes from the free library available on Apple Music and Spotify by the one and only Norse Foundry. Use the code SWOLE to save 10% at norsefoundry.com.
Incredibly
Thank
livid. Betty, what you got?
We also want to have a great big old thank you to Griffin Co. All of our 3D printed and custom terrain comes from the incredible folks over at Griffin Co. And you can check them out with the code SWOLE22. That's SWOLE 22. And you get 22% off of your purchase at griffinco.com. That's almost a quarter off. That's crazy. Go check it out.
Nice. And Ashley.
Oh. Hey guys. How are you? You having a nice night? I'm about to make it even better when I tell you about our brand partner and official sponsor of Fables and Gallia. Not this show, but another show. The one, the only Hero Forge. All of our fully custom player minis come from the awesome Hero Forge. Design yours today at Hero Forge.
Thank you. I didn't know which way you were gonna go with I'm about to make your night. I was like, yeah, awesome. So yes, we're gonna be playing Kids in Capes, in case you hadn't realized. The Kickstarter has officially closed now. They raised just over $46,000, I believe. So I think we're good to go. I think the game's gonna get made. So well done, everyone. If you are a backer, you can go in and still make late pledges and things, I believe. So if you want to, !KIC in the chat will bring up a link that you can go and do that. But this is the latest in the series, powered by Kids on Bikes, by Hunters Entertainment, our buddies over there. So yeah. Housekeeping stuff. We do have a sub goal. We're trying to get to 35. We're currently at 17. As soon as we do, I will give one lucky winner a $50 e-gift card from Norse Foundry. Yes, which means that you can order whatever dice you want within reason straight away. So whatever stream that we make that on, that is when we will roll the giveaway for that. Don't have to do channel points. You are racking those up, so that's good, because when we go back to Fables, not next week, the week after, then you can use them and spend on the players. Was there anything else? Oh, yes. We've been nominated for a Crit Award. Woo! Woo! So thank you if you nominated for us or nominated us. But yeah, so we have a command !crit to bring up the voting form, so you can go and vote for not only our channel, but actually May King is up for an individual one for best Chaosium GM, I believe. So yeah, go and vote for us. Go and vote for Ashley, and throw some votes in for other folks that you know in other categories as well. Thanks, Ronan. Sweet. Do I need to say anything else?
Maybe just previously on Kids in Capes?
That'll be right after we roll this amazing trailer that I made, so I know it's amazing. For the next episode of Kids in Capes. And welcome back. So, previously on Kids in Capes, there you go.
Nice, thank you. It scratched my brain.
You are so welcome. Anytime. You can just feed me notes whenever you want, and I'll just say them. Previously on Kids in Capes, our heroes woke up in their own beds and went back to school because there's nothing else to do on a Monday morning, foregoing pretty much any of their parents' concerns about them taking more rest. They headed in, but noticing slight changes in their sort of physicality. Things were tested. Things went well. Other things didn't go so well. And then you guys decided to, like, with everything that was going on, all the anxiety around all of the changes, to leave school and head into the city towards Mari's theater. Along the way, however, while further experimenting with your newfound abilities, you guys noticed that there was a bank with people stood completely still inside it. After looking into it, you realize that there was a holdup, a robbery going on, and with some quick thinking, you decided to intervene while the police were on their way, and so you got in various ways, and being extremely careful, but utilizing what abilities you had found, you managed to not only take out one of the robbers with a gun, but also the one that was holding the vault teller hostage as well. And so the day was saved. You guys quickly made it up onto the balcony and back out onto the roof, pretty much. I would say that's where you're all gathering, as you can hear sirens in the distance getting closer. But yeah, you guys are up on the roof. Stress points carry over.
Oh!
What?
Oh no. How much stress did I? I was at 5, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's almost the worst. I don't know if it can get worse.
Yeah, we were.
It can get a lot worse.
Oh, good.
We're all at 4?
It can get a lot worse. But with 5,
Oh, well, he was at 5. We're at 4.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you're right. Sorry,
What?
Ashley.
at 5, there is. Here we go. You have a +1 to your stress boosted stat and a -1 to your stress reduced stat.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, ooh.
Sorry, everyone.
Flip. Okay, so
It's like
so
before we go live.
it's why we have to have a trailer to get that stuff out as much as possible. Sweet. Okay, so you guys are up on the roof. Tension is still high. You guys hear the sirens approaching the bank, but you guys make it out okay. Stressed, but okay.
Awesome. Oh, whew. Are you guys okay? Oh, that was crazy. I called the cops, but I thought y'all were gonna die in there, and then I ran straight in.
Yeah, you got in there. Thanks. You really saved us.
I didn't do shit.
Well, I mean, we stopped. I think we're heroes. I think we just stopped a robbery.
Yeah. Unless throwing quarters at someone's head is morally reprehensible, I'm a little iffy on that. I hope I didn't do any permanent damage. They were bad guys, so
They were bad guys.
Yeah.
yeah, you can throw quarters at bad guys.
Make it real, yeah.
Yeah. That's what everyone says. That's what literally everyone here says.
Yeah.
Make it hail on bad guys.
There's no paper money in New Bergberg.
Oh my god.
Absolutely not.
We still use bullion. That's
Yeah. Bullion and Bitcoin. That's the only 2 options.
but it's physical Bitcoin.
So we're up on the roof right now. Still of the bank?
Yes.
Oh, guys, we gotta get out of here.
Right.
Yeah, if we cut through this back alley, we should be able to make it to the theater.
Okay. I mean, I don't know where I'm going, so if you want to lead the way, I'll follow.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna run and check over the edge to make sure the police haven't surrounded the building, because it would look really bad if we start climbing down.
Yeah, I would say easy enough. You can hear that the sirens are echoing. They're on their way, but they're not here yet. But like in that city kind of like built up where it just echoes off of everything, they're on their way. They're not here yet. You have time.
Let's go now.
Yeah.
Just kind of run down. I assume there's a fire escape.
Yep.
That's how we got up here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll lead the way down.
Okay. And then you guys head back into the alleyway. Jack, give me a brains roll.
Ooh, I mean, it's already good. I don't think I do anything else. No, 19.
19. That is a good roll. As you guys kind of like start going into the alleyway, there's like still these like tall glass windows that are slightly like tinted towards the back. It's probably like offices and things there. What you would assume. You kind of give a look over your shoulder towards the bank one more time, and there's this horrible feeling when you see this blue light kind of sparking out in this orb in the center within the bank. and it starts fracturing outwards, and it starts to form arms and legs, but not fleshed. These are just bones, but they're seemingly made of this like energy, this lightning. As the skull forms up with its hollow eyes, it looks directly at you and goes to scream with its jaw agape before it disappears again.
We didn't see that, right? Just Jack? Okay.
Jack, come on! We don't want to be here when the cops arrive.
Right. I'm coming.
So you catch up with everyone.
And it dissipated. The light diminished.
Yes. So you saw it go towards you, arms stretched slightly, mouth agape, and then vanished again.
I
But
say
the
nothing.
The bones were comprised basically of like lightning-esque energy.
Okay.
So you say nothing until you guys so you guys make it to the theater. Probably not saying much, having just been through all of that.
Oh, I was saying a lot. I'm just like, Arnie, you missed it. I was like Marnie was like with her voice, and then Brant was like a chia pet, and his hair just grew down. They climbed down his hair, and like Jack was just like Roger Clemens throwing it and bounced a freaking quarter roll off me and knocked out the bad guy, and it was like freaking rad, dude.
No, it was a sick play.
That's wild, dude. I am so happy I was not there for that. That is nuts. Are you guys okay? You didn't get hurt at all?
I'm not hurt.
I didn't even think of that. We could have got hurt.
Yeah, man.
But the rush, it's like it was
I
better
don't
than skateboarding.
We did it so well. I mean, my hair hurts a little bit, my scalp, but I think that's pretty good considering it bore all of our weight.
I mean, you do have luscious locks, but
yeah.
this is a whole nother level.
Thank you. I'm figuring it out, and Mari, we really need to write it down. What exactly you used, because I used all of it up there.
Oh. Okay. I'll write it down for you.
Okay.
It's just a keratin treatment.
Keratin, like carrots. Okay.
Yeah, like carrots.
What did you guys do with the hair? Because I know you guys picked it up so that the rope wasn't left behind. What did you guys do with it?
Well, I guess we're carrying it. Shit.
We just have.
Is it just in your hand, or is it in a backpack? Like, that's what I mean. Like,
It's like wrapped around someone's arm like cables, just like running down.
Was it? Did I pick it up? I remember. Okay, so I do have a messenger bag. So it's in there.
There's just one long hair left behind.
I show off to Arnie the my chest, and it has an imprint of George Washington on it. Like, she threw it so hard, and even though my power like bounced it off, it's like imprinted in my chest right here, like.
So patriotic.
so you guys eventually make it to, I would say probably the alley behind the theater. Mari, you'd be able to let them in. Do you want to describe like where you are leading them within your theater?
So like this is like a really old building, but it's like one of those back alley doorways that have like the push handle, and you go into like a really dark hall. cinder block walls, everything around you, and it's kind of like the very back. Nothing's back here. Maybe some storage. There is, if you go up one level, there is a dressing room. You have restrooms, things like that, showers, those things. And that's where I was going to head to, like the dressing room area, because there's like sofas and places to chill,
like the
green room.
Green room. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are able to kind of shut yourselves away within this kind of green room section. What would you guys like to do right now? Time is yours.
Do we need to talk about all the things that just happened today?
Yes. I think that would be a great use of our time. We need to debrief these plays and figure it out, because we need a name for that if that comes up again. That, like, wombo combo you two did. And he points to, like, Jack and Seth, like, because that was incredible.
Oh, what's happening? Like, really, what is happening?
I mean, all I can speak on is what I'm doing. Like, I was already kind of good at acting, I think, even though I didn't make the school play this year. But impressions, I'm good at that. Acting, being someone else. And now I can do it without any flaw.
I've never been strong. I'm not sure that hypothesis holds up. Or at least not for all of us.
I've never cared about my hair or my fingernails. Well, as long as they were just short enough to not be used by the opponent in a match, like, it really wasn't a matter.
How would an opponent?
There's some dirty-handed tricks that you can do in water polo. Sometimes if you get a good grip behind... You know what? You don't need to know what happens under the water.
I think we
Never
do.
know?
I really think we do.
No.
What?
I don't know if that's what we need to be focusing on. Don't you all want to know, like, how and what is going on?
Yeah, but you guys said not to talk to Coach about it, so what else can we do?
I mean, do you think there's anybody else affected besides us?
There's 3 guys.
But they said there was no one else there.
Well, what happened with the two other guys?
Were they? I mean, they didn't mention finding remains.
I mean, if Ray hopped on that bomb and saved us, then maybe those 2 guys are out.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know, guys. This feels wild, but maybe there's something there. I don't know, like, what are those guys with the dog in the van? They look for clues. Maybe we need to look for clues.
The A-team?
Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo, yeah.
I'm not sure there's a dog in the A-team.
I mean, there's a guy who eats dog treats.
Pretty close.
Oh.
That's close
What was
enough.
I watching? There's something else. I think you make a good point. I think we should go back to where this began and try to piece together the how and the what and the why.
Well, I feel like
oh,
I was gonna say we could all look at our schedules and find the next best time to go. I think that this Saturday afternoon after practice might be the best time for me.
I think that maybe
I think that we should go
I've got to
now.
make an appearance at home this evening, and I'm sure you guys do as well. But if we got up at first light and met over at the site,
Actually, that's a good
tomorrow.
idea. I've got to make my shift.
and with a robbery and some weird stuff going on, we don't want to be out past curfew. And hey, there was something else that happened when we were leaving. I saw some,
like what?
it's like this like a blue light, like electricity that stretched out into the shape of this thing, this like skeletal thing. It was like it saw us, and then it just went away.
Electricity saw you.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't believe a thing of that if it wasn't for the fact of what had happened to us today.
Right.
That feels- yeah, that's weird, but also suddenly in the realm of possibility.
That's what I'm saying. Something is happening. Something beyond what's already happened.
Well, I mean, if these things happen to us, then what was the radius?
Right.
How far did this go?
Wait, I know they said they evacuated all of, like, the people from the Aquatic Culture Center, but
I mean,
it's pretty close, Jay. Yeah, thanks. But what about all the other life that was there in the actual space?
So
There-
right.
like the sea life?
Yeah, all of the nautical creatures.
Oh. All right. We meet there
Mhm.
first thing in the morning. And maybe in case some big electrical monster thing shows up, we all wear rubber shoes.
I mean, I can wear tennis shoes.
Sure.
I got my waders. I can
Same.
make those.
Yeah.
Same.
Wait, Mari, you don't have waiters? You live in New Bergburg without waiters?
My family runs the theater.
I have
We
to
don't.
admit, what the hell is a waiter? I only know the waiters that deliver food at my restaurant. What's a waiter?
No, without it. You know, they're like galoshes that cover your whole bottom half of your body.
So
They're
that way
like
when...
boots for your body.
Yeah!
Boots for your body. Body boots.
Body food!
But yeah,
I was gonna say, like, overalls that are, like, weather resistant, but I like body boot better.
Body boots.
Body boots.
That's actually the term they use on the ad in Newburgh.
Body boots by Bobby.
Body Boots is the leading brand.
Yeah.
Body
Bobby's
boots.
boots? Don't get
Body
those. It's a
boots.
knockoff.
And boots for your body.
it's most of a onesie.
Most of them.
Oh, that's great.
Anyways, I'll wear my body boots tomorrow.
Yeah, I have the knockoff brand, but
Oh! Bobby's boots. That is
Bobby's
good.
boots, yeah. But I mean, they work just as well, you know.
Sure, some may say.
Yeah, the stitching isn't as nice, but
Yeah, that's not double, you know, it's really, they outsource a lot of the material. It's,
yeah,
we
they're
don't-
not
yeah.
reinforced on the knees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wear my tennis shoes.
Ooh, okay.
Or I've got hiking boots that are rubber soled. I'll just wear those. They're waterproof. Does that work?
Nice. Yeah, those should work.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a pair of British Knights. I'll put those on.
Okay.
Don't know what that means, but I trust you. Yeah.
Oh, now I feel like I feel lame.
No.
I feel like I've been shopping at Payless Shoe Source and people found out.
You might
Shit.
be ahead of the curve. I don't know a lot of things if it's not about water polo, so you really shouldn't take that personally.
I thought they were cool. My mom bought them for me. She told me they're a real good brand. British Knights? No. Okay, I'm just gonna wear my Vans. Forget that.
Okay.
I think they'll work.
I understood that.
Now that we figured out what we're gonna wear,
Yeah.
we'll meet there at the site at. I mean, I'll be up by like 5
Yeah. I mean, great.
Well, we can meet like late in the morning, like 6.
Yeah, the sun doesn't usually come up until then. So, how about then? 6.
Okay.
That was a very real Mike response out loud, and I want to apologize about that. I'm so sorry.
It's nice to role play as a morning person.
It's not for me. I can't even do
I
that.
wonder what it's
can't-
like.
What would it be like? Who knows?
Can't believe I'm coming up crazy. I only like when it's going down. Yeah, if we could get up early if we need to. Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna meet there at 6.
I'll pick you up. My van should be fixed by then. I can pick some people up on the way.
Oh,
Oh,
well, that's nice. It'd be nice to not have to walk so far.
yeah. Is there somewhere we could meet in town to be picked up by you?
Yeah, I mean, I live closer to the coast, the coastline. I'm not sure. Is the net a good place? Where's everyone live in relation to the net?
I mean, I live here, so I can walk
You
there.
can pick me up at my restaurant. That'd be cool, so that my mom knows that I have friends and she'll worry less.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll just walk to the restaurant and be there.
Yeah, you got it. What was the name of that restaurant again?
Crustacean.
Crustacean. I just wanted to hear you say it. It's so good. Yeah, let's if I tell you what, we meet at Crustacean. I'll pick everybody up at Crustacean. Is that cool?
Sure.
That works.
Hey, and tonight, like the now, maybe we don't tell our folks about any of this, right?
No, that was never the plan.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything until we know what we have to say, really.
When can I tell Coach? That's what actually matters. Because I don't know, there could be ways this could be useful to
Let's
the
put a
team.
pin in that for the moment, and then we can revisit tomorrow that conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want Coach to bench you because he thinks you're sick or something, right?
That's my big concern. I just missed, I've missed 3 weeks, and now I just missed today again. I don't know. I'm a little worried about it.
I get it, bud. I mean, I think we can. I think we should figure out more before we tell Coach. That way we can say, I'm 100%, even better, and he doesn't
Yeah.
bench you for fingernails.
Well, I mean, they would just clip them before the game. There's a whole ceremony where they bring clippers, the ref checks them. I wouldn't be benched for that, but I do appreciate, Arnie, you're trying to learn the game, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate. I've put in a lot of. I wake up very early to not play, and it's a lot. but it's thanks. I wake up so early to not play. But yeah.
I mean, one of these days, I mean, I'll be going away to Stanford sooner than you know it, and then my spot's gonna open up, and I mean, think about that.
I can't feel those. I can't feel that swimming cap. You know, like that's crazy. But
Anyone can fill it. It's adjustable.
factually accurate, Brant, as usual.
And metaphorically, we should chew on that on our way home.
Yeah.
Well, I'm already home, so
Oh, we should leave. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do we need to get your scooter from school?
Yeah, my brother's gonna be pissed if I left his motorcycle at school. I completely ignore that he says scooter.
Reestablish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you wanna walk back with me, or do you wanna just walk home? It's totally up to you. I don't mind either way.
You know, I might walk alone.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. I mean,
I
it's
just
opposite directions. Yeah, for sure.
it is opposite directions, and I might grab a couple newspapers. I don't know, for the past couple weeks. What's been going on with that place and the cleanup? Like, did they do? I don't know. I'm curious now.
That's a really good idea.
yeah, it is.
Thanks.
Bring those tomorrow.
Okay. But yeah, you go get the mode of transport that we used this morning, and I'm gonna go grab some newspapers, and then other folks are gonna do other things for the team, and we're gonna reconvene tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, we a team now?
Sounds good. Hey, Mario, real quick, do you have a vacuum here?
Why?
This helmet is disgusting. No offense, Brant.
None taken.
There's a
I
lot of
mean-
hair.
Hmm.
Oh, that's right. I have hair in my bag. What do we do? There's a dumpster out back. We can get rid of that. But a vacuum, I don't think we should turn the vacuum on. That's probably too much noise to make right now.
Okay, that's fair. I'll probably. Yeah, I just won't ride home with the helmet. I'll risk it.
Well, I mean, you could knock it out in the dumpster.
I'll try. It's really in there.
Hey, Ani. I think you're heading my way. Do you mind if I catch a ride home with you?
Yeah, if you don't mind walking back to school with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe don't take the main road walking back.
Oh.
Yeah, we can cross through some alleys and stuff, I think.
I mean,
Discreet, yeah.
no one's looking for us. We didn't get caught today.
No, but we are definitely skip school. That's all I mean. That we can get caught for very easily. So just
Yeah, there's
And we all know how much of a stinkler that guidance counselor Dinkelberg is. Oh my god.
Oh.
Dinkelberg.
Dinkelberg's the worst.
He is.
There was one time that he confiscated my lunch
What?
for being too smelly. He said it smelled too much like shrimp, and I was like, "Sir, it is shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
What
That's
do
how
you
you.
expect me to do?"
Mm-hmm. That's how you know he's not from here. That's how you know he's not from here.
That is how you know. You can always tell.
Mhm.
Yeah, he seasons it with just salt. What a weirdo.
What a weirdo. Doesn't even slap your mama on it. So weird.
No, never mind. I'm not gonna. I'm done. Sorry.
Also, they don't sponsor us, but maybe they should.
Yeah.
He is hoping.
But yeah, Jack, we can head back. There's a few there's a few little like bridges over a few of the canals that we can take as well over the swamp parts.
Well, it's It's after school now, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably going to be the only motorcycle in the parking lot. So easy to find, but I mean, I just to be careful in case anyone's driving from school, any like after school curricular stuff, teachers might still be there.
Sure. Okay. All right. All right. Well, if anything happens tonight, well, I don't think any of us have each other's phone number. I don't at least. But here, and she'll take out her backpack and scribble her number down 4 times and hand it out. You can call me if my dad answers. Just ask for Jacqueline.
Can we text you? How many texts do you get a month? It's 2008, right?
Yeah, I was waiting for that. Yeah.
I'm still on a T9 phone.
Yeah.
I don't have a cell phone. I'm not 16 yet.
That makes sense.
They said I could get one when I get a car.
Mhm.
You know, a Nokia.
Oh, you could play Snake on one of those.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And Brick
It's okay.
Breaker.
I programmed my T84 calculator to have Snake.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a true fact.
I'll take the number and say, okay, if we need anything, I guess we'll just call you, and then... No, you should take mine down, and I, write it on another way. That doesn't make sense. If we only take one person's phone number.
Yeah.
You can have mine too, and I give you the number for my restaurant, and my parents, they're too cheap for the landline, so just call, and if you ask to order to go, it goes to they'll have me do it because my English is better. So
Oh.
yeah, so just
Okay.
call, ask for to go.
Okay.
Okay.
This was very useful, but I have a whole set of long distance walkies. If you guys just want to all take one, we can keep in touch with each other. It's because of the crew here and being up on the roof and in the rafters, and if they're pretty long distance, so
Wow.
all
I
want
love
to take
this.
one.
Yeah. It's way easier.
That's so much simpler. Yeah.
I mean, don't break them because I will take the rest of my life to pay my dad back for them, but
Oh, and they have a cool little headset attached. Oh, I feel like Britney Spears.
She's
Okay.
so lucky. She's a star.
She's a star. She
Cries in a
Lonely
cry.
Yeah, that's the one.
I remember.
Mari, is there a musical coming up? Guys, we might have more skills than we know.
Yeah, they're doing the fucking Music Man again.
Look, I don't make that decision.
I hope it's Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Tradition.
Oh, no. Yeah, so everybody, stay on the channel it's on. Just keep it there. All right? And unless it's really important, maybe just don't use it.
And do we use code names?
I guess whatever you want to be called.
I'm gonna
Do we get
think about that.
superhero names?
What?
Are
Is
we gonna
that
have
what we
superheroes?
are? I don't know. It kind of feels like we're a bunch of freaks right now, to be honest. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but
No, that's really fair. That's very fair.
Arguably, that was applicable before, too.
I mean,
Well, not for all of us. I don't know. I'm pretty popular, I'm on a waterfall team.
I thought we were inside. Where's that shade coming from?
That was good.
right. Okay.
If we need code names, you could just call me O'Hara. You know, Coach usually shouts that when I need to like pay attention to a pass or a play, so that's pretty helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go by Schmitty.
Really?
Don't say it.
I mean, okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Um, I don't know, mimic?
I like it.
That's good. Makes me regret just using my last name.
Same. I was
You can
trying
pick something else if you really want to.
Okay, I got one now. O'Hara. See, that feels pretty good, right?
That's
Oh,
good.
H. Oh, H.
Oh,
Hera.
Hera. Yeah.
I don't know anything other than, I guess I'll use my last name too, but it just maybe just Hyde. That's cool.
Hyde?
Hyde.
Kid, I'm gonna go as Sephiroth.
Nice.
Usually code names are like shorter, but
Yeah,
no.
what is-
No, but that could be easily mistaken with the Final Fantasy VII guy. So I think that's a pretty good code name, right?
Yeah, he's got the long sword.
Yeah. You guys play that game? Anyone else got a PlayStation?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I hope one day he's in Super Smash. That would blow my mind.
They'll never do that. That's Nintendo only IP. They would never collide those two.
Amazing.
Okay, so code names at least semi-chosen right now. You guys start to sort of disperse in your own ways. So Bran and Seth, you guys are going by yourselves, and then Jack and Arnie are going together. Yes?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. Let's start with Jack and Arnie. So you guys have the walk there if you want to talk going there, or we can fast track.
I think as we make our way, yeah, I'll just be like, so Jack, how do you feel about Brand? Cool guy, huh? I'm just trying to bring up
Water
Brand at any opportunity.
Water polo guy?
I mean, he's so much more than that. It's kind of disrespectful that you said it that way, but yeah, he's the best.
Is he? That seems to be most of what he talks about.
You know, that's fair. I just think he's so much more than that. I don't know. He's just like the coolest, down to earth, nice person. You know?
Yeah, he's pretty okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. How's the family doing? You know, everything going okay?
Oh, yeah. Gosh, I guess I don't see him a whole lot. What with, mathletes and the geography bowl and studying and for my finals and then tutoring, and I've been spending a lot more time at school. But they're all good, ever growing, big family. It's like I feel like every morning there's a new boat pulled up. Another one of my brothers and sisters is hitched and such. Yeah, they're good. How about you?
Oh, I mean, well, that's good. I'm glad that your family's always growing. We always need more family, right? But yeah, no, we're
Yeah,
good.
no, we're good.
You know, shrimpin', and
That's what my family says too. Shrimpin'.
shrimpin'. We yeah,
Cross stitched on a pillow.
You know, I've never actually been able to cross stitch, but somehow I think there was a generation that only did that because it was just only cross stitch, and then no one knew how to do it. I feel like any cross stitch I find in our house is from the 70s, and that was it.
It's one of the great lost art forms.
Truly is. I don't know how they just decided to stop teaching it.
Yeah. So many relics of the past that say home sweet home.
Oh, look out! And I'll pull her aside as a fan boat goes flying by us. Just... Sorry, didn't want you to get sprayed.
No, I appreciate it. Hey, earlier when you were in the thick of it and all that, we were okay. Like we I think you would have been okay.
Oh, like because I waited outside?
Yeah, I just don't want you to feel like you have to, you know, like I think if we ever get into a scrape, I got you back.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, you know, I was really scared, and I'm not as adventurous as most people, and I just thought that I could do the best, you know, outside.
Hey, and you did great. You got the cops there. I'm sure that they're carrying out, you know, Newburgh justice as we speak.
Yeah, you guys did so good, and I know. Look, I would never let you down either. You know, thanks for saying that. You know, I need that extra confidence boost every now and again. You know, I just don't want to make anybody like disappointed or upset or do the wrong thing ever. So I always think about it constantly, always, all the time, forever. And yeah, thanks for saying that. You guys did great in there, by the way. You guys killed it. The fact that you just went in there on a whim to save people, that's nuts.
That was crazy. I never would have thought. I mean, I like to think that, you know, you're put in a situation to do the right thing. But I feel like if I didn't have the confidence that I could punch a hole through someone if I really needed to, I don't think I would have felt brave enough to really do something, you know? It's crazy the amount of just like... I don't think I've ever really believed in myself as much as I do now. And that's crazy because I beyond anything, you know, I kind of think my brain and my logic and my thinking and all of that is what kind of makes me me. But it wasn't until I, you know, could punch really, 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 really hard that I really felt good about myself.
Yeah.
But like I can take care of myself.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's honestly never had that. That's awesome. I'm gonna like that's inspirational, honestly, because like how do you just have that confidence? I know I saw your huge arm and then your huge leg, and then all of a sudden you were just a walking fridge with a huge...
Yeah, I think it's only because I can punch really, 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 really hard. Maybe that's the secret to confidence all along, is being able to punch like so hard.
I don't know if I can do that.
Or something else. You did. That was crazy what you did earlier. You were on the ground and then you were on the roof, and it was like, where did he go? Oh my God, he's up there. What?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. It's pretty cool. mainly is because I thought you were gonna knock my lights out, though, because I was all scared, and I just yeah, I just gotta be more confident. Maybe I can do it more.
Maybe me punching really, 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 really hard also makes you more confident. Maybe
like
that's a
this.
secret for everybody.
I like this. I just need to take your strength to make me get out of danger.
And for what it's worth, I think Grant was really impressed with you.
Yeah, really? Did he say something?
It wasn't so much in what he was saying, it was kind of the unspoken look in his eye.
Oh God, I'm so hard at reading that. That's why I talk so much. Okay, yeah. He thinks I'm cool. We hang out all the time. I pick him up for school every day.
Yeah,
He's great.
guys are close friends.
Yeah. Also, how are you feeling, by the way? Does Jack have any like one appendage that's really big at the moment, or did we resolve that?
I think with the stress that was taken on and like having to flee, it's dissipated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's realized it yet that she's like back to her normal self even. Like I think in everything that was going on was just kind of like so much. But
Yeah.
It's just the fact that you stopped thinking about it allowed it to go.
Nice. Well, hey, I mean, that's awesome. And as I think we are finally getting up to the motorcycle, I'll say, what's your, like a passing question, if you could pick one muscle to constantly have big, what would it be?
you know, your butt is often the first thing to activate in any kind of movement. It seems like you could generate a lot of power if you just like had like a really strong butt.
All right, well, you better hold on to it.
As we go 15 miles an hour.
I'm gonna unmute to clap because it was that good.
Oh, it was so good.
As you saddle up and rock off the stand, you guys hear a familiar voice coming from the school. Oh, no, well, hi there, kids. How y'all doing?
Is it
Dinkelberg.
Stinkleberg.
Oh, hey, Mr. Dinkelberg. Sorry, gotta go.
Hey,
We're still there. We're going very slow.
we're still
Walking
like
along-
walking.
Walking
I'm
alongside
walking it.
you.
Hey,
You know, your kids should be home resting, guy.
we're on our way to do that now. Gosh, we've just been through so much, you know.
I bet. You know, he's like just talking. We'll hard cut over to does anyone else want to do anything in particular, like while they go home?
The only thing is that I said I'd be discreet, but I'm not. So I take like the craziest route home because I feel invincible now. I feel badass. I feel like somebody because of the new powers, and so it's like Spider-Man when he first finds his powers and he's swinging through the escape. I'm like skateboarding like a maniac, thinking that I'm invulnerable. Yeah.
Awesome.
And in the meantime, also trying to think up of an anonymous AOL screen name so I can actually talk about this in an AOL chat room. Yeah.
Little X, Big X, Little X, Sephiroth 69, Little X,
Yeah.
Big X, Little X.
RSD.
Great. Brant, you said you were gonna pick up some newspapers. I meant,
Yeah.
like if you went by the library, that makes
Yeah.
sense because you know they keep all of the like the prior issues of the newspaper, so you can pick up
Yeah.
a couple. You just kind of grab out what you feel
Yeah.
and then head home.
Mhm.
You guys make it home, have a somewhat peaceful evening. You guys get your rest. You can whittle away your stress.
Does it go away?
It goes away. Yeah.
Isn't it? I wish that's how it worked in real life.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I wish that would happen.
Oh no, when you wake up it comes back. That's
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it is like real life.
Times more than you went to sleep with.
Only if it's the first thought you have, which it will be.
Yay, subconscious. Thanks.
You don't know my dreams, Jay. They're very stressful. I have so many wizards to kill.
And so you guys wake up at the sort of at 6, right? Or just before 6, with enough time to meet by 6. Is there anything you guys want to do in the morning before you guys meet up?
I would just leave a note for my parents that
Okay.
says that we had before school rehearsals because they don't know I didn't make the play.
Got it. Okay. Is there any kind of planning, preparation, anything anyone wants to do before getting together?
I think I barely slept all night. I barely slept. I was researching everything, that could possibly happen, how my powers are. I think before going plant-based, I probably had too much food-grade rubber. It's probably sitting in my testicles and somehow reacted with like the bomb, and so now like I bounce around, and like
How did you
I
know?
found a what's that?
What the fuck?
How did you know? It's
He was gonna
it's all right
explain
here.
Write it down. It's exactly what they said.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, and like I found a song. I'm just blasting it now, like Men in Black, the Will Smith. Just bounce with me, bounce with me. I'm just like, that's my song. I found the song. I found the reason and the song. Life is figured out.
Hell yeah.
Mari would have been she would have spent a lot of time in a mirror. Like, like when you're trying to like practice something or rehearse something, she would have spent a lot of time looking in a mirror and just thinking of people she knows or characters or movie, like famous people, celebrities. And one after one, she's nailing every single impression and voice of them, to where like she almost thinks she looks like them at some point, like as she continues to like practice in the night and just like, well, I need to get some sleep.
Yeah, that's it. Like, so you feel like you've like really mastered sort of putting voices together, and you know that you have to kind of like mimic the kind of face shapes in order to make that same sort of resonance in your head and things to like get the mimicry out. Yeah, that's great.
Brant does a similar thing, except for his craft the next morning, which is just stretching, going out to the backyard, and then attempting to throw his nails repeatedly against the side of the shed. And he's just like, okay, just 100 throws, right arm, left arm. And that's what he just does. He just spends 100 throws, just like figuring it out, just like different styles of just like how can he use this to his advantage, because he's got to be a better team player. That's what he's feeling in his heart. He's got to carry more of his weight.
Yeah. I would say probably somewhere around like 80, 85, 90. you extend your arm and like flick your hand out, and as you do, you feel like the weight this time like leaving your like fingertips as 5 like almost like daggers, basically like stilettos, like hit into the fence and stay there. And they are like, they're substantial. They're not just like flicking fingernails. These are like long sort of like I said, like almost like short stiletto spikes.
Yes. Incredible. I look at the grouping, and I look at the grouping from the previous, like looking down the fence, you just see like how bad it's been. Okay. All right, now the other arm. And then just doing that with his other hand.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, so you guys all meet at the Crustacean.
I grab 2 extra pairs of waders and throw them in my backpack.
Oh, I planned wearing waders.
As always.
Yeah.
As always.
Normal morning.
Yep. So you guys all meet up at the Crustacean. Eventually, you guys hear the sort of puff, puff, bang of...
there it is!
the white van with the sort of faded shrimp decal on the side pull up, which is Arnie's van. You guys can all sort of pile in as you head towards the aquaculture farm.
Aquaculture
as you guys
farm.
I was trying to think of it this whole time.
I was like aquaculture stuff.
I didn't want to correct you. You were so close.
No. My accuracy was off. That was funny for me because it's, you know what, we can talk about it later.
Your accuracy.
Yeah, aquas. It's really good.
Yeah, so you guys sort of pile in, and there's this kind of like nervous sort of feel amongst everyone as you start pulling up to the sort of the blast site, where I guess like Brant, you would have brought the papers with you.
Yeah.
So you guys could sort of like pull up and park somewhere where you guys can flick through the papers and then go and explore. As you start pulling up, there's just this gap where this building was. And you can see the water on the other side. You can see the waterway that like goes, what went through the site, that's now been sort of dammed up and built so that it goes around it instead. But there is just debris everywhere up to the exact like point where the building ends, and it just looks like concentric circles going outwards. You can see some figures. They have these like plastic suits on, and they're kind of going through the rubble as you guys pull up. But you find somewhere to park so that you can kind of talk, formulate, read through the papers and things. But that's where we're going to take a quick 10-minute break, and then we'll be back to explore the aquaculture farm and see what comes of that. So thank you so much for sticking with us. We're going to be right back in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. It's gonna get good.
Gonna get good.
See you soon.
And welcome back. How do you prefer to step in cat puke?
No, it's a good question.
Barefoot or socked?
Let's put a poll up.
I think it's worth voting. Yeah, let me argue the advantages of socks, because I feel like there might be a lone party over here. But I think socks gives you the ability to clean up the mess immediately afterwards. You can use the sock, you take it off, you then pick it up. But before we even get there, let's talk about the fact that the sock, for the briefest of moments, you won't feel the chunk.
Yeah, let's bring them in.
Yeah.
Before the break, we actually have a poll up. Okay. Okay. Well, while that's going on, yes. So we left off the next day, having all sort of collected together into Arnie's white van, and you've driven to where the aquaculture farm, which was this huge, impressive building that had part of a waterway like going through it that you can see has now been like blockaded so that it just encircles like half of the building, which was like completely circular. And as you guys drive up, it's now like missing from in front of you. Like it's weird being able to see the waterway on the other side. There is rubble scattered everywhere, but only up until exactly where the edge of the building would have been. And it's almost like in waves with concentric circles of like where the like it looks like the ground has been sort of pushed down and then tilted up in these concentric circles, almost like waves. But from where you are parked, that is what you can see as the sort of sun is like rising and just kind of like scattering across it. You can see there's something odd like on it. And there are four that you can see, four people in plastic suits. The head's exposed. It's not like it's radioactive or anything. But they are going through the rubble and sort of picking over. But as you are parked in the van, what would you guys like to do?
Do I see some kind of vehicle that conveyed those people here?
Yeah. If you like take a look out of the window, like towards the building and off to the like opposite side to where you guys are, you would see several like almost like what are they called? Suburbans. With dark windows. I say several. There's like two. So
Do they have a logo or anything on the side?
not that you can see from here.
How are we gonna check out the place with all these people here?
I wonder if these are government officials. I want to see their license plates.
Can you see from over here, or?
I think it's too far away.
Okay, that's scarier.
You can give me a brains check if you want to kind of like with your new eyes.
What do you see? AC
3.
AC 3 out of 20.
Awesome. Yeah, you go ahead and take an adversity token for that.
Yeah.
So, you're
Right,
at
that's
4.
a good thing. Right, that's good.
You're at 4. Yep. But yeah, so you look across, and they're just kind of like parked at just the wrong angle. The light, like the sun, is just rising, so it's not quite hitting like the right spot for you to see. But yeah, unfortunately.
If we can find out maybe who they're here with, Mari, maybe you could fake some kind of call. Like they're called somewhere else.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to figure out as well.
I mean, I could pop an ollie onto one of their Suburbans.
I don't
That
think
might be noticeable.
Oh, I have a thing for this.
Distract them with cool tricks.
I have a cool.
Or you just want to show off?
I have a thing for this. I would like to spend 2 adversity tokens to use my prepared feat, which means that I just happen to have a commonplace item with us, and I'll make it binoculars.
That would make sense. You're going out. So you're going out and you're going to like scope out a place.
Yeah.
That makes sense to grab if you have it. So
Well
yeah.
done.
Okay, I will use my 2 adversity tokens for that, and then I'll just hand them to Jack because I'm still trying to like. There's a certain way I gotta shut my van off. It's a whole thing. You gotta put it like
Pull the choke.
I gotta put it in neutral and then back into like whatever gear I had it in, and then back into neutral, and then park.
And then do the stick wiggle. Like once you're just make sure.
Yeah.
VW bus that you're driving, an old VW bus. What it is.
Yeah, so you hand over the binoculars. With these, you are able to see the license plates, and although with the light you can't really make out what the like letters and numbers are exactly, you definitely recognize the sort of the license plate frame that's on there, because it is like New Bergberg. It's the one that everyone has. It's it's green on the bottom, it's pink on the top, and it says "In shrimp we trust."
Actually. Hold on, I gotta Google what shrimp is in Latin.
How did it take us this long? Episode 3?
Yeah.
Vidi Vini Shrimpy.
Yes.
Squila.
Squealer.
Wheela.
I wish we called shrimp squealer.
Yeah, I like that better.
We could.
We could.
Yeah.
I will
Anyway,
say,
I got some
shrimps is
fried
one of-
squeala.
Shrimps is one of the better animal names because, like, it is like, what else is it? It's shrimp. Like, look at it. That's a shrimp. You know,
Well named.
well named.
Unless you're anywhere else, and then they're prawns. But yeah,
That's
that's
true.
another.
That's foolish.
All right, yeah, but you see, Distal's Place coming in with a raid. Hello!
Hello! Welcome.
Franz.
We's playing Kids in Capes. Oh, also, I didn't mention when we came back, but exclamation point KIC will bring up the Kickstarter page. Late pledges should be now active to go on back. Kids in Capes, latest in the powered by Kids on Bikes. It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
Series, yes.
I think 50K was a stretch goal too, so like pretty close to what the final amount is. So
Wow.
folks want to go throw something their way. Very
Yep.
close to it.
Just over 46,000 last time I checked. So,
Wow.
all right.
They're with the city.
Okay. We're all with the city though. Don't we all have like Newberg license plates of some kind?
Well, were they like? Okay, wait. Clarification. Were
So
they like?
it's like the local one.
Oh, so they're from this area, but like the plate itself doesn't necessarily have that like you know that like official blank looking kind that like.
Yeah, no. You
It's
just
not
can't
like that?
make out. You just can't make out the letters and numbers from here.
But it
But
looks
like
like
you
a
recognize, but you recognize like you could see it a mile away, like that. The green on the bottom, pink on the top, like the frame. It's from New Bergberg.
but not official, like government.
No. There's nothing like governmental looking about it.
Gotcha. I don't know who these folks are. I mean, they're locals, but or at least the cars are, but I don't know who they're with.
Maybe they're just community service workers.
Well, can I make a like
a brains check or something on the newspapers to just see like
Sure.
what I was able to glean? Like, have people been out here pretty regularly or like anything like that?
Sure. You can give me a brains check. I won't give you like a pass-fail on this. I'll just because they're right in front of you.
Yeah.
So it's like how much you're able to glean within this time.
Okay. On the D4, he rolls a 2, so a 2.
2. Cool. Kind of not knowing where to start, you kind of like looking sort of frantically through them, but you do like trek back to like around the date of the incident. And what you see is that there's headlines about the explosion. Like no one knows really what happened. Everyone was marked safe. No one was hurt. And basically the aquaculture farm as a body would go into like investigating. And so like as you like flick through another couple of others, you see that they've started to like they've said, oh, everything's safe, but you know, it's loose rubble, so you know, stay like distant and things because we don't want something like fall through. So but we've got it covered and it's okay, and we're still investigating.
So I was going through it, and I got a basic understanding of it. I don't know. It feels like they're really just trying to set up a control defense to keep a perimeter from anyone from getting in. It's been happening for a while, but it's the aquaculture farm that's doing it. I just kind of like thrust the newspapers forward. And like it seems like they've been doing it for a while. I imagine that it's the weird thing that I can't help but talk about, and we've mentioned it before, but they said no one was hurt, and I'm pretty sure we all saw Ray get really hurt.
I mean, I don't remember seeing what happened.
Right, same. I mean, logic follows that, you know, you laid out.
I mean, but we were fine.
Yeah.
And logic would assume that we wouldn't be.
And what kind of explosive was that for us to be? I have an idea.
Okay.
Perhaps we could pose as students, who have to fulfill a certain amount of community hours due to our truancy. That's kind of and we've been sent here by Dinkelberg to fulfill our community service hours.
That works. That's pretty solid. I mean, do we have a note from Dinkelberg that could, like, maybe... I feel like a note goes a real long way.
What if we're like student journalists?
Oh.
I feel like that raises more red flags, don't you?
In your newspapers, were there any photos of us?
I didn't see any.
Just trying to make sure that we
Nope.
weren't
I
walking.
You guys didn't even see a mention of your names in there.
Right. And I think I mentioned that.
I've been looking... I pretty much try to keep, like, a clipping of any time my name gets mentioned in the newspaper for potential water polo scouts. And so I went through this, because this could really help with my college essay to get into Stanford. I don't really have a lot of things to talk about besides water. Anyways, as I was looking for it, I couldn't even see my name in there. And so that felt weird.
You know, it is strange that at the hospital they mentioned that the aquaculture farm is the ones that paid for our hospital bills, and they're funding the cleanup. And they're keeping all of this pretty far under wraps. That if they find something, I'd assume they'd cover it up.
That's a good point.
Why would the aquaculture farm have a super secret, concrete, subterranean room like that? That's super shady.
maybe what Ray said was true. That they've been genetically modifying the ocean life to re-release it out to help increase profits, and it would be an ecological nightmare. I mean,
What's
beyond
wrong with
being
some bigger shrimp, though? I mean, like, isn't
they'd
that
be
good?
invasive. They'd shoulder out the existing species. Plus, I'm sure Peter would have their ass.
We would go through a lot more walnut shrimp. I mean, we have to give a certain number of shrimp, and if they're so much bigger, we just have to make so much more sauce. Because even though they're bigger, I can't give somebody less shrimp. We'll get bad reviews, and people, that's not good.
No, that's terrible.
There's something going on. I don't think we can trust them to be forthcoming or to be too pleased that we're poking about them.
Could we maybe run like a distraction play?
Like an
Could we-
ollie on their
Uh,
suburban?
Actually, maybe. I mean, if we could lead some of them away, the rest of us could maybe try to look and explore.
Right?
So to give you guys a better sort of feel as you're starting to plan, the aquaculture farm was a really big building. Like it was really,
Right.
and there's only 4 people out there. And the way they're positioned is basically they've taken quadrants. And so they're pretty far away from one another.
Oh, okay.
They don't look like they're conversing or anything. They look pretty wrapped up in what they're doing.
I'll just walk
You're
around
saying
picking
we
stuff
just
up.
snap necks and lay them down quietly.
Are any of them near the center?
No, actually. Well, there's one that's slightly closer, but they're mainly like in that like quadrant of the circle.
And this rubble, is it really small rubble, like just devastating? Or are there big chunks? Like, are we able to hide and sneak our way through, or is it just like clear?
You like I said, it's kind of like dug in and then like splintered upwards in waves from the center outwards in concentric circles.
Okay.
So you guys would like if you were good enough, you'd be able to like hide behind it, and like they're spread out, so it's not like you're like right behind them as you're circling around. They're kind of in the middle of these quadrants, so they're a little ways in.
Okay. Yeah, we could do this.
We just try our luck, and then if things go south, we
Run like hell?
yeah.
Okay.
If I can get close enough to any of them speaking, or maybe even go up and speak to one of them in like just a kid where I shouldn't be messing around somewhere, then potentially I could mimic that person's voice to throw one of the other ones off.
Yeah. All right.
I think I may be able to help too. I may be able to. I don't know. I could. You could try punching me again. Maybe I can go distract him, or I think maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe I can try and disappear and reappear over near one of them, and then do it again.
Let's not expose ourselves too early. Let's try to just get in first, right? Get a little closer. I think we need to go to the spot of where all of this started.
At the center.
Right.
And I think guys, we did pretty good last time, and I'll say it, the plan was not the best thought out. And I think we've done more thinking now. We might be a benefit to react and sort of let that sort of lead us in this space. Sometimes the best play is to have no play. When the shot's down, it's really the coach. I used to overthink a lot. It's a whole thing. But I don't know. It might work if we just trust ourselves and I got your backs.
It's just a cleanup crew, right, Brent? What would be the penalty if we're offsides?
actually minimal, right? No, that's pretty fair. Yeah, guys, we're a bunch of kids. Come on.
You're so right. Who's gonna yell at a kid?
Right.
For doing community service. If they ask, we're doing community service.
But we're definitely lying because we're just kids
Yeah.
fucking around for the day. But interaction with any one of them for me would be beneficial.
You can talk to them. I might stay in the.
If it comes to it, I would, yeah. If we can get through without being noticed, then let's do
find
that.
out.
Mhm.
See if we can.
All right. I take off.
What's the plan? Just so I'm aware.
Yeah.
We are trying to be sneaky like.
Maybe hide behind the rubble as we move in closer
Walking
towards
side
the
to
center.
side.
Yeah.
Staying as a group and going in.
For now.
I think
Cool. Okay.
for now is the best way to say that.
Yep, no worries. So you guys kind of use like the side of the van to get a little bit closer, like going around the back of the van, and then like little by little, you make it over to the site where there's like a big like piece of concrete like sticking up that's kind of like fractured. But you're able to like stop there and kind of put your backs to it before you choose your next move. So would you have gone to the right or the left? You're closer to the right-hand side.
Shortest distance.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So backs against the concrete. What would you like to do from here?
Maybe I think try to peek around to find the next space to run towards.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of pieces for you to like hide behind.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? So I can kind of give you a direction to go in.
Sure.
I want to get to where it happened,
Yeah.
and I want to try to look
Center.
right
Mhm.
the center.
Yes.
While secondary objective, avoiding detection.
Yeah.
So whichever path is going to be optimal for that. But at the same time, also just kind of like keeping an eye out for any like specifically like shattered tanks, articles of clothing, bomb components, anything irradiated and glowing weird,
Okay.
electricity, like.
Cool. So if you go to peek like around like this large piece that you're sort of hiding behind right now,
Yeah.
you can see that they don't have hoods on their suits or anything. It looks more just like to keep themselves from getting covered in the shit that they're wading through. Maybe a little bit of protection on it. And they seem to be like looking for something. Like they're not like cleaning up debris. Like they don't have anything to put it. Like they're just 4 people out there. So they're looking for something in this area. If you want to like get onto the concrete and start like going through, is that the next? Okay. Then is one person going or everyone? And yes, I see you, Mari.
I would like to activate my unassuming trait. Where
okay.
I can spend what is it? I spend 2 adversity tokens to not be seen within reach.
Okay.
So,
All right.
and I guess I have a question. Like, can this kind of be like a prolonged, like, instance of like, just like staying kind of like?
I would say with the distance, yes. As you get closer to any like one individual, then it becomes more of an issue.
Sure.
But yeah.
I think I'd like to kind of go ahead with that because, you know, Jack is kind of like the small and kind of just generally ignorable individual. And kind of pick out a pathway forward for the others to kind of follow her.
Okay, yeah, so kind of like leading the way and seeing the ground ahead and things. All right, everyone else that is going, I will need flight rolls from all of you.
Ooh.
Not huge DCs for this. Mari, I was just asking for flight rolls from everyone for like sneaking. Was there was something you wanted to ask, right?
Yeah, so I'm looking for, or I'm listening for the any of the people that are speaking. I want to hear what their voices sound like, and if I can catch a glimpse of their face, just to see what they look like mannerisms to like maybe make their sounds. And I'm also kind of thinking about an impression of the person that did the tour with us.
Oh, yeah. The really boring guy.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So I'm like kind of pondering on potentially pulling that out of my back pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he works for the aquaculture farm. You heard him for a long time. You saw his mannerisms and things. That's a pretty good go. Sweet. Okay. Flight rolls from everyone.
19.
Yeah, you're good.
11.
4.
Sweet. 4. DC
5.
is 5. Do you want to spend?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So use an adversity token to get up to 5.
Yep.
And then you're using unassuming to kind of... Great. Awesome. As you guys get onto like the first sort of layer of concrete and you're looking through, the first thing I would say, Jack, you'd probably notice because you go in first, and because you're actively looking for what you're looking for. You look out, and in between the sort of cracked like concrete, you can see water running underneath, like in between. Like it's not like a river or anything, but there's just like there's a little bit of like moving water, so there must be some kind of like depth to it, like deep between the cracks in the concrete, almost like it's like underneath.
Does it look... 2 questions. Does it look deep enough to swim in?
Hard to tell from here. And this is like between like little sort of fissures in the concrete, like between the blasts.
So okay. My second question was if there's like headspace to like be above if like we were crouched down in there, but I see what you're saying. So you're saying it's a smaller space than maybe I'm...
Yeah, so you're going on top of the concrete, and like in between like these cracks and things, you see like water moving. The other thing that you see, which is probably more like odd, is that a lot of the like pieces of concrete have like kelp like wrapped around them. And with the unassuming, if you like pop your head up to like take a look, the kelp has spread like out from the center and it's kind of like wrapped around almost like this like network of kelp like coming outwards and like dipping under some concrete and then over pieces.
Weird.
But
She'll kind of like point some of this out to them. Kind of like in a be careful, don't slip kind of way. Is there anything in the water that I can see? Like, is it clear? Is it murky?
From what you can tell, it looks clear.
Okay.
But like I said, it's between the cracks, so it's hard to see, but it doesn't look like... It's not like cloudy with anything.
Gotcha. She'll kind of like act as everyone gets close. This is This is unnatural. All the kelp, I mean, it's like, for it to be reclaimed like this, it would take much longer than the 2 weeks we were out.
Well, I mean, if we were changed,
Technically, we should have been out for a lot longer than just 2 weeks. Also, like experiencing what we experienced, like. So Amari does make a good point. Whatever happened to us probably also happened to this stuff.
Where's
I'm
the
barely
water
passing
coming?
biology. Can you explain to me, like, in easy terms, is this not normal? Just
No.
okay.
Mari, do you want to start making like a beeline to get a little bit closer to one of the cleanup crew that's in there?
yeah, and I'll let them know that they don't need to follow me because it'd be even more detectable.
Okay, cool. I'll maintain that flight roll as you kind of like, that's what you're doing, is making your way over while anything else happens. What's the next play for everyone?
We're doing well. Let's move on a little faster.
Get closer to center.
Yeah, I think push towards the center. It maybe even like
Well, if Mari's going that way, maybe we go this way. We kind of run a split push. We run this side, and they'll have coverage on that.
I'm gonna pick up a rock nearby in the rubble, and just as like to possibly use as a distraction.
Okay, yeah, good idea. Okay, so I'll maintain that flight roll as you guys work your way a little bit closer to the center. Probably sort of splitting like down the center is the easiest way to do that, because you're maintaining like equidistance between all of the cleanup crew if you don't want to be there. So yeah, moving into the like closer into the center, there's like more and more of this like kelp, and you can hear like the trickling like underneath of moving water.
I watch my step, like trying to avoid to step on it if possible, I guess, as we're working our way through. But also in the same way, maybe seeing are the fissures getting deeper or more open? Is it more precarious for us as we make our way, or is there a way to maybe go through the water?
So it's a little. The main worry would be because the amount of concrete. It's not like you're gonna fall in between them. But the kelp is probably the worry, because you can see that the kelp is wet. The concrete isn't wet, the kelp is. So if you were to step on that with a low flight roll, there's a good chance that you take a tumble.
Can we peek and see how like close we are to the center now?
Yeah. Quick peek over the top. You're maybe 60, 70 feet out at this point.
That's not far.
Not far.
No, but as you do peek over, you see that you are getting closer to the cleanup crew, because you're getting closer to like the center where they are. As you get closer, you can feel your pulse starting to raise, and I'll need you all to take a stress.
I was gonna say, don't you dare.
Yeah.
Mari,
Yeah.
You kind of circle out and around to get closer to this cleanup guy. You maintaining that roll from before, like I said, you make your way a little bit closer, and you start to see, like, as you circle around and then coming back in towards the cleanup guy, you're starting to see now that the kelp gets thicker, like towards the center, and so being like extra cautious, you get maybe 20 or so feet away. Feet away from the cleanup crew. You're facing like the side of him. If you spend a few moments with his movements, you'll probably see his face as he's like turning around and looking towards the ground. Is there anything else you want to do while you're over there? Is there something you're gunning for?
I need to get him to talk to me. So, I'm gonna think about a scary movie that I had seen. It's got these two like twin little girls in a hallway, and I'm gonna think about those scary little girls. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's the one. That's my inspiration. And I'm going to come up behind him as well as I can. And I'm just gonna like, hi there.
Okay, as you get up like right behind him, I'll need you to take another stress as
Okay.
this like situation starts to increase in intensity. As you get like a little ways out from behind him, being careful not to step on any of this kelp, you let out that voice of the sort of strange, chilling little twin girl, and you see him straighten up and go, ah, shit, what the fuck? And he goes to turn, and he locks eyes with you.
What's your name?
What are you? Who are you? How did you get here? You need to get out of here.
You should play with us.
What?
There's a playground close by.
What are you talking about? Get out!
And as he does that, like he speaks and his gestures, I'm gonna like shift like my thought and my mind and everything. I also say, what are you talking about? And kind of like try to act exactly like him.
As you do that, what happens?
As I do that, my entire body shifts and morphs, and I look exactly like him, and I sound exactly like him, and I have completely mimicked everything about him. And it scares the shit out of me because I don't even know this is going to happen. And as I stand up and I kind of look down and see that I've kind of changed, I don't know what else to do. And so I punch him in the face.
You see the color just drain from his face. Give me a fight roll, and I guess
Okay.
you have to beat a 1.
Oh, well, I got an 8.
Nice.
Do I add my
There you go.
power to this, though? Wait, do I add my power?
No. Not
Guy's
that
having
it's-
such a weird day.
Yeah.
So just like you watch the color just drain from his face, and you panic and just rabbit punch him, and he falls back onto the ground. And you see the other ones kind of like look over, but all they see is
Me.
you, who looks like the other guy.
All's good.
All right, they go back.
Do we see this happen?
Did we pay attention to it?
Yeah,
That's
did
our
we
question.
pay-
Yeah.
We probably weren't.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
kinda.
No.
Amazing.
I don't see Mari out there. Maybe they're probably fine.
She's so good at sneaking.
Yeah. Well, we have the walkie. I just don't want to like buzz right now. That might be too much.
Mari,
I-
what do you want to do?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna head over to where they are.
Okay. So you knew where they were. You knew where they were heading.
I don't have to sneak now.
Yeah, no. You just like walk all the way across, and you probably see Brant, I imagine, first.
Trying.
Can
You
I
see what they-
use my voice in this body?
Yeah, I would say so.
As I get closer, I'm gonna be like, "It's me, it's me."
You look around and you see one of the cleanup crew looking
No.
at you guys directly.
No, it's me.
We're
Okay.
just
We're here.
we're community service.
Community service, yeah.
Community service.
Like, it's
He
me.
was
It's,
sent by
it's
Dinkelberg.
Mari. It's Mari. This is apparently what I do now. I turn into other people, but it's me.
Okay, what was that hair stuff you gave me? What was that called?
Keratin.
Okay, it is Mari. Wow. Wow, that's really cool.
I'll lower the rock.
Put the rock down, Schmidt head.
It's her.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Wow.
What did you do? Did you steal that guy's skin?
No, I don't. No. I punched him in the face. He's passed out over there. But I just mimicked him. And
Before you guys have a chance to really speak with one another, you feel a shifting beneath your feet, and you look down and the concrete isn't moving. You feel something, and then you notice that the kelp is moving outwards, and it gets faster. It's not going for you, it's just moving outwards, and it's like going over the concrete and towards, and you watch 4 strands go out towards the cleanup crew, and it wraps around them as they all like, and it clamps like around their mouth so that they can't like speak or move, and then they are lifted straight up into the air by these huge thick strands of kelp, like suspending, 3 of them awake, 1 of them still out. Like you probably see him like come to and then see everything and then just passes out again.
immediately, I don't look like him anymore. Immediately.
That happens and your attention shifts to the center. In the center, the kelp is now moving around in a circle, and it's building up around itself, coiling around until it falls away, almost like a blooming flower of this like sopping wet slimy kelp that like slaps to the ground. And in the center of it is someone formed entirely out of strands of kelp. And he looks around at all of the cleanup crew. You! This was your fault! And we're going into combat.
Yeah! Oh, wait, no.
We're gonna fight the cleanup crew with this guy, right? Yeah.
Does the
Yeah,
voice
we're on
not
that
play?
guy's side.
He was
Yeah.
talking to us. It's our fault.
Wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
Okay.
Guys. I think we can't let people die on our watch. If what Seth is true and we're like heroes, I don't think we can let that happen.
What, we have the Batman rule?
I think it's every hero's rule.
I mean,
What if we choose to? Okay, fine, whatever.
Okay, we could try.
no, yeah. I mean, like, there's a few Spider-Man ones where some people die, but that's it's okay. Batman rules.
What are you guys doing? First of all, seeing that, everyone takes a stress.
Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. You take a
In this
spin.
moment, what are you doing? What is your reaction? Where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm gonna. Oh yeah. Please.
Okay, let's see.
I'm gonna immediately huddle next to Brant.
That's tough because Brant is gonna look at you and say,
Okay, I'm gonna go take a perimeter and try and take a shot at one of those tendrils, see if I can cut one of those guys down.
What?
I need a clean angle. These waves, they're not making it possible unless I go up and above. We need to get out there.
Okay.
You could come with.
Where do you need to go?
I'm just gonna try and get up, and like he just points up and is like gonna try and like start climbing up, just to get an angle at one of the strands that's like holding one of these people in the air.
So yeah, you can see that the like Kelp person is completely distracted by the people that he has suspended up. So you're able to like get on top of one of these concrete mounds and kind of like sit yourself down in a good position where you're grounded. What would you like to do?
He's just gonna wind back and try and make like a just like a toss again, narrowing in to see if he can slice across one of the kelps to drop one of them.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a fight.
Okay. I was worried you were going to say that.
And you do have your power die as well, which
Yes.
everyone leveled up twice. So we either have advantages there or we have bigger power dies. So
Cool. I'm going to roll 2 d8s because that's
Alright.
what I got, and I got a 3 with my power die. A 2 and a 1. And you know what? I'll use 2 adversity tokens to make it a 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
So you unleash like your stilettos and they fly across like the field of this like rubble and building, and it strikes into like the side of the kelp, and one of them sticks in. The other 4 kind of like go wide, but one of them sticks in, doesn't quite cut through, but it like stabs and pierces all the way through. And you watch as the kelp person kind of and the tendril seems to like move, like recoil with pain, and he looks directly at you. In this moment, you see his face completely looking straight at you, and it softens for a moment, and you recognize this person. This was Leon.
Oh, you were there. You're also weird now.
You! And he's gonna get ready to attack. But what would anyone else like to do?
All right, Jack just kind of like sees that the attention is focused, goes to Brant and is just gonna start running. And as she does, it's just like her little body running, but then like as she's going, she's picking up speed as the muscles like concentrate in her legs, and you see both of her legs just like like giant muscles break out before all of it moves into the top of her body. She's gonna go to tackle the kelp.
Okay. Are you using like your ability?
Yes.
Sweet.
I'm using,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you run up and like planting your feet on like the most solid piece of concrete that you can find. You wind up and like you watch as the concrete like splinters behind you as the muscle like leaves your legs and then forms into your arms as you go to attack. Okay, so what do I have to roll against this? It is a grit or flight. Oh, these are shitty for me.
Fuck it.
I rolled another 1.
I exploded!
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. She's just like running and she shouts, "Force equals mass times acceleration!" And she got a 24.
Oh my god.
Holy Yeah, so you watch as Leon starts to like ready like this other kelp tendril behind him, but like sort of controlling it with his hand, like puppeteering it. As he hears you yelling a physics equation and like looks across puzzled, and then just watches as these giant arms and fists form and plant straight in the center, and he is knocked back like a good with that like differential like 20 feet as he like hits the ground and like slides and like boom, 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 across like the waves of concrete as he's this was you as well.
She just kind of superhero posing with like her fist in the ground, like giant, and then like kind of like a gorilla with like her big arms just like planted in the ground and just like
little legs and these giant arms. Yeah.
Like most guys at the gym.
Right then, you hear the water moving underneath you, but faster. As between the cracks, this wave of water comes up over you and slams into you. So I'm gonna roll. I need to roll a fight against your grit. That's a 7.
I can't get there. 4.
Can I? So I have an ability. One of my I guess traits is protective, and it gives me a +3. Can I somehow do something to try to, when I see this water coming in the air to target her, can I try to intercede or intercept?
You're a ways away. I think if you were closer, that would be able to. You'd be able to do it, but she ran into the center.
Can I try something with my power?
What would you like to try and do?
So I've got bouncy powers, right? And I see where she's going. I want to like get close to the ground and like elbow the ground as hard as I can. Just like into the concrete with my elbow, and try to use that to launch myself.
Like Luffy? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what should we roll?
I don't know if I can do that, but
yeah. No, I'll let it happen. As you do it, you will need to roll. I guess a flight. That makes more sense.
That makes more sense, yeah.
Yeah, and so you'll try and beat my fight roll of 7.
Okay, so flight. So I roll my stat plus my power die, right?
Yep.
Okay. 9.
9. Nice. So you watch as this wave like
plus
forms
3,
up.
because I have protective, right? Is that how it works?
11.
I didn't say that you could use protective, but you can like get yourself there.
Okay.
But either way, like you intervene and you stop it, like you jettison yourself like across the field towards it, kind of like fist out, like air, kind of pushing your cheeks back as you like smash into the side of the wave and cut it in half, taking out the force of the wave as the water splashes on either side.
Hello,
Before
everybody, and
it
welcome
starts
back to
cooling back up and forming another person. And it's running water, but you can make out features, and like within this water, like anywhere that he lays like horizontal or like in his feet and hands, you can see there's like sand and like sediment, like a seabed, and there are large shrimp swimming around inside of him. As he forms up close and looks towards you and Jack, you see this is Terry.
Actually, I probably don't see anything because I I hit the wave, and I just like kind of turn midway and go, "You're welcome," and then I just bounce away. I hit the ground, I just bounce, doink, 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 doink.
Everyone who acts, you take a stress,
Oh, okay. Shit.
and then on the top of the round, everyone takes a stress again.
It says at 5 is when it activates that it like.
That's
Yep.
boosted,
Okay.
Yeah.
What's everyone doing?
I don't have a lot to do. So what I'm going to do, realizing that Terry, Leon, who's missing Ray, I'm going to scream out their names with Ray's voice and start to shift into Ray's form.
Okay. Are you trying to use your ability?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is double take.
All right. So, yeah, seeing those two forming into Ray and shouting out both of their names, they hear it, and I'll have to make a brains roll for both of them. That is an 8 and a 10 on. You have to roll your charm and your power die, and then add on any bonuses as well.
$19.
19. Yeah, far surpassing it. You see that they initially like shrug it off, but then they sort of falter for a second with like this confusion as they literally double take against this like form of Ray, and they look distracted right now.
Okay, I'm gonna walk towards them, like start making my way towards them.
Okay. So as you're doing that, anyone else acting?
Also,
Ani, you haven't gone? Yeah.
Yeah, please.
So you're going to start inching around?
I think seeing everyone like start to take action and Arnie is once again kind of like frozen in fear, I think he looks at all of the cleaning crew that are wrapped up in these kelp, and I would like to look around for something sharp.
I mean, easy enough to find. There are like pieces of like iron bar that were like in between like the concrete slabs that hold the concrete form together. So there's like shards of that around that you could grab that has like a spike on the end.
Okay. I want to like panicking more and more as we gain more stress, and just seeing he's all alone in this explosion place again. He's gonna, Arnie. I'm gonna grab the that object. I'm just gonna like point it at one of the kelp that's taking the cleaning crew, and I'm gonna try and teleport it just above it so it drops and severs the kelp.
Woo! Okay. So that's gonna be like a precision thing. So I guess that would be flight with your power die.
Yeah, and I get an extra 2 power die.
You have to beat a 4.
Okay.
You upgrade your power die. So it goes from a
power die
D4
to a
to
D8.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. That is a 17.
17.
D4.
So you go to like throw it, right? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I kind of
so-
want to throw, but I think I teleport.
Yeah, exactly. So you go an arc back and like aiming at the spot, it disappears and reappears, coming downwards, but with the same kind of velocity that you threw it at, and slices through one of them as they drop.
Jack will run to catch him. Jack.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Remember, as you act, all take stresses. We're all taking a stress on the round.
Yeah.
seeing that like moment happen, I think I'm gonna try and run towards the one that Brent had made a shot at previously, and just try and get another closer and take another throw at it, just like getting up a little more aim. And this, as he gets in, I'm gonna use my knack of water polo and sort of come on. Just put yourself back in the pool. Just lock it in. It's you and the goalie. You got it. You got it. And then to get a 10 on that as a flat.
Yeah, beats my 2 on my grit. So yeah, this time getting closer and grouping those nails together, those stilettos fly across and like shred in a circle through the kelp as another one.
If you look at it close enough, you'll see the nails behind them as a blur. There's a little bit of like bone and hair sticking behind it as it like punctures on the other side of it.
Severing that, so that's 2 down.
Yeah.
Are we on a new round? Am I allowed to do something again?
Yeah.
Seeing these two with sharp objects trying to cut the kelp, as I was already heading towards, I'm going to go. There's a third person in the kelp, right?
Yeah, there's 4.
There's 4. So I'll run to the third one the next one that I see. And as I do,
guy near you.
What?
It's probably the unconscious guy near you.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll run towards them and realizing I don't have anything sharp, I'm going to be like, well, and I'm going to put my hands out. And as I do, I look like the Terminator, the bad guy in the Terminator 2. My arms become like swords. And I'm going to just run and try to like cut through.
Okay. So fight and your power die.
Yeah.
Oop. That one's gone.
Not good.
Jeez. This grit sucks. That's a 2. You gotta beat a 2. Heavy 2. 9. Okay. Yeah, so coming in and slicing like once, twice. The second one cuts down and meets the second cut like a tree, like falls. The unconscious guy is still unconscious as he hits the ground.
And I'm gonna leave him that way. It's probably better.
I'm gonna leave him that way.
At this point, Leon is kind of like getting back to his feet and locks eyes straight with Jack as he leans back and throws, and as his arms just extend into these like kelp strands to hit. No, there. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that's a 9.
This is against grit?
Yes. So take a stress for your action as well.
I'm going to... I got an 8. I'm going to spend an adversity token to make
To
it...
meet the 9?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the impact is there, but you like jam your fists into the concrete and kind of like form dents in the concrete, and you're just unmoving as these like kelp tendrils like slap towards you before pulling back.
And I think you see like veins start to pop out on her face, and her face almost starts to like change to just like looks a bit wilder, and there's like veins popping out of her forehead too, and she just like little
Terry is going to go now as he's kind of formed together, and he's running towards yeah, I mean you would be closest as well, and you can see like the blame is kind of targeted towards Jack as he like opens up and his body expands and he goes to envelop Jack within his body. So I need you to roll either a grit or a flight for this.
So I'm at 5 stress, so my flight is down 1, right?
Yep. So you have to beat a 13.
Okay, I'll do that with grit. I can't naturally. Let's see if I nope. 6.
No. Okay. So he like literally like runs into you and then shrinks his body back down, but has you like enveloped in water, like you are underwater. So you'll take a stress with that as suddenly panic starts to strike into you as you are underwater. Like you can see straight through it, like out into the air, but you are underwater. Anyone else wants to go? Yes.
I will. I'll yell over to Seth, and I'll be like, Seth, bounce at me.
But bounce at you? What?
Bounce at me.
Okay.
Trust him, Seth. Trust him.
I get up, and then I guess I'm gonna leap at him. I'm gonna basically take a running start, and I'm gonna jump up as high as I can in the air. And as I'm about to hit the ground, I just kind of like dig in my feet to propel myself forward and try to propel myself towards him. Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to do like a twinned action? Yeah.
Yeah. And as he's coming at me, I want to like brace with both hands, and as he hits my hands, I want to teleport him directly sideways next to Terry to knock him sideways.
Okay. All right. So I'll roll a grit against being hit. So that is. Oh no, that's an 8. Sorry. That's a big 4 that you gotta beat. How to do this? Okay. So
I have a negative on my stress too.
Yeah, no, we'll do that narratively. I will need a fight from Seth for this.
A fight for me? Okay.
Yeah.
Anything from me?
No.
Okay.
Sick.
Oh yeah. I got a 10, 6, plus 2, 18.
18.
18, yeah.
Smashing into the side of Terry, you push your way through with such velocity that you're able to carry Jack out of the other side of his body as the water like reforms. Everyone take a stress.
I'm at 6. Quick check-in. What does everyone else's stress look like?
7.
6.
Yeah, okay. 5, okay.
I wasn't with you guys the first little bit.
This is so much fun.
Yeah.
How do you burn stress?
We sleep, right? And that's how we get rid
That's
of it.
it? That's the only way to get rid of it?
It's like a good night's rest. Yeah.
Like you have to get into a peaceful, like non-stressful situation, like pretty much, like to calm back down. Okay, sweet. So, is anyone wants to go? There's still one person up in the air.
Absolutely. I'm gonna try and get a little closer and try and like wrangle the final one and just like rip it away from Leon. So I'd love to use like brawn on it if that's possible. Just like, all right, enough of this long distance bull. All right, I gotta get in there and just mess him up. And trying to like really try.
Okay, so you're going. Are you going to attack?
I
Leon?
I want to wrestle the actual kelp out of his range.
Oh!
So yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I mean, if you want to like use your nails and like grab into it, like to get like good grip on it, then I'll let you roll your power die at the same time.
Thank you. I had a plan for my power die, but I love this as well. All right, so I'm gonna roll a d20.
You gotta be 3.
It explodes.
No!
Go to the D&D music channel to check it out. I'm gonna. It's a 14, so a 34 plus an 8 to 41. And
What happens?
yeah.
Tell me.
He grabs it, his fingers get in there, and it says, "Enough of this hostage stuff!" And suddenly, as he's gripping, you start seeing really quickly there's like a 6th finger grabbing on, and then a 7th one, and then an 8th, and then a 9th, and a 10th, and then there's another hand. And like, there's suddenly, as he rips it, a hand flies off, and another one flies off, and he's just left with his 2. Enough! We're done! We're done with this!
So yeah, tearing through it, it's like pulling it down with so much force that it's just like shredded to this like teeny tiny little strand in the center, unable to hold itself. It falls to the ground.
Okay, now just these 2 clowns.
All right, what would anyone else like to do?
So who's left standing? That was scary.
Terry and Leon are still there.
Yeah, we were just saving the other people.
Kelp Man and Waterboy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've taken the hostages are down, so they're not
Okay.
held.
Okay. Yeah, I knocked Jack out of the water attack, and then I just go into a roll, and I'm pissed off. I'm like this is not cool. Like we're just kids. We're playing around. You're trying to actually kill people, and I'm mad. So I go into a roll and I start running, and then I'm gonna use my move. I'm gonna jump, and like a WWF star with my 2 hands. I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna try to aim for the Kelp guy's head, and I'm gonna try to clap my hands together like that.
Okay, so you're using your ability.
I'm using my ability. Call it clap
Okay.
back.
Sweet. So that's against my grit, right? Is that what I said?
Against your grit, I think so, yeah. And that's my fight, right?
Another 1. Like
Oh, I got
it's a different die.
an 8. I got an
Okay,
8.
yeah.
So basically,
Yeah, go on.
yeah, I jump, and when I slap my hands together, I bounce the kinetic energy back and forth between my hands. It's like, and I just hold my hands there. It's like, yeah.
And like as you let go, you can see like his eyes are like rattled, which are pretty much like the only sort of human features that he has. It's like looking around and is disoriented and is kind of like stumbling back and starts kind of like touching the side of his head. But yeah.
Question. I
Yeah.
see any kind of container around, like any kind of like cooler, refrigerator. Like I'm thinking like lab equipment, kind of like anything.
Stressful situation. You can give me a brains check.
Okay.
DC is 10.
Okay. 11.
Oh, how nice.
So yeah, like coming out like completely drenched now as well, like looking around, throwing one of the shrimp off of your shoulder. You see
I flick it,
this-
it goes a mile.
Yeah, so looking around, you see like what looks like sort of a dented but mostly together like steel sort of barrel over to the side.
Thinking back to physics and knowing that water takes the volume of whatever container it is in, she is going to take a running start and try to tackle Terry into this container and shut it tight.
Okay,
Shit.
Can I
So-
assist with this?
how are you gonna assist?
If my arms can turn into swords, then maybe my body can turn into a brick wall.
Okay, so what is the thought process here? You can add
I want to
adversity
get
tokens.
right behind Carrie and be like a force, so that when she goes to put the water in, he can't dissipate. It's all there.
I'm sorry. So you're a brick. Where are you placing the wall? Because she's trying to knock him into this container.
I thought you were going at him with it to like pick it up.
No, I'm trying to tackle him into the container and close it.
I was just gonna help you get him.
I can yell out like, Mari, open up the thing, and like have you like open and close it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can add whatever adversity tokens you want to this roll. But you're using like your tackle ability again?
Yes.
Yep, okay. So that is it's slightly better. 6. So 7.
Okay. 11 again.
11. Okay. So running up to Terry and throwing like your legs like becoming giant again and pushing off, and that muscle heading straight into your arms again. It's odd because he's completely made of liquid. So initially you just completely splash through him, but you hit him with so much force that it starts heading towards the barrel. It is lucky that your friend is already there holding it so that you don't have to aim that, because that's like it's all over the place. So Mari, if you'd like to try and catch it, you can give me either a fight or a flight.
Ooh.
I will go light.
Okay.
6.
6.
2 adversity tokens.
So 8.
What? Oh,
Yeah, that's enough. You're able to like get almost all of him basically inside, and then grab like any sort of form of lid that's there and hold it on top. Jack, you're probably gonna need to run over and like hold it down.
Yeah, she does immediately. Just like
as you can feel the barrel like being shaken around, like you press down onto it and it like sinks down into the concrete, and so it's like stuck where it is. Yeah.
Well done! Just one left!
Everyone taking stress as well?
Yeah. Brad,
All of us just grunted in unison.
7.
7?
I'm at 8 now.
Yeah.
8 is +2 -2.
Cool.
Okay. What would everyone like to do? Leon is still there, but looking disoriented.
I've got my hands full over here.
I think. Do we want to contain? I imagine as well. Well, I think. Brand
Batman rules.
Okay, Batman rules! How do we get him down?
I'll try and tell. I want to like, I don't know how this works, but I'm terrified, so I'm just gonna use my hands to grab myself and use Hero. And I'm gonna grab one of the like 1 or 2 of the strands of kelp, and then another, like, then grab myself again and another, and I'm on the other side of him, and I'm gonna try to keep doing that as much as possible to start wrapping him in his own.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
That makes sense for me to give you a flight just from like picking those directions and heading there.
Yeah.
So you can give me a flight with your power die as well.
Okay.
We'll say the DC is like 8.
Okay. Yeah, that's very good because I got a 9. I rolled higher on my D8 than I did on my D20.
Oh, gee. Okay. Yeah, so you're able to grab a couple of strands and poof, poof, like appear on one side, poof, poof, appear on the other side. You are currently doing this. Leon is kind of like looking around and keeps like tapping the side of his head.
As he's doing this and I see what's happening, I would try to distract Leon. I know he's like not all there, but like I still look like Ray.
Oh yeah.
My face, like I still look like Ray. So I would just like try to get him to talk to me. Like, what are you even doing? These are just children.
He doesn't react to your voice. Hint. But looks around and kind of like sees you. Ray, is that you? And looks completely like sort of enthralled with what he thinks is Ray right now.
Right. Of course it's me. Stand down.
I can't hear you.
I'll very clearly with like, stand down.
So he's completely distracted and kind of having this like engagement with you right now, but like give me a charm.
Okay. Can I use my power?
Yeah, I'll allow it because you're using it right now.
Nine? No, wait, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12. The look on his face, like from what you can tell from like the kelp kind of like moving around, like that forms his features, it's like complete disbelief that you're even there.
Okay.
All right, he is completely distracted. What would anyone else like to do right now? As Arnie is currently tying people up.
I'm
taking stress
Harry
for your
now.
actions as well.
Yeah. While Arnie's doing the movement, I'm just tossing some at him to also like kind of tangle him up in the mix as well. Just sort of like anything that can sort of act as like netting around this guy. Yeah.
So you're like throwing your nails like into the tendrils so that they stick in as he's like wrapping around.
And trying to, if I can, leave some hair at the end of it, so it's like wrapping up and getting it even more tangled and just sort of like making it a mess. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're throwing it into something that is you're throwing it into something that's being held by Arnie, so it's not going to be as hard. But just give me a fight with your power die.
Perfect. Okay. A D8, 2 D8s.
Let's say you only have to make like a 6.
Well, I got a 9. 2 plus 7. Once again, power die saving us. Yeah. I just like bunching it up as like easy as can to like tangle them up.
As this is happening, Arnie, you see it and you hold the tendril before like the nails and things go in, and as you like start like poofing yourself around, the nails are like digging into his body and basically like holding the kelp around him.
Nice.
So that's what you two guys are doing as he's getting tied up. You okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a pun for a moment, and I reacted, and then I realized it as there is a pun. Okay, there.
I got it.
All right.
It's a late night.
Seth, what would you like to do?
Man, Batman rules. I'm trying to figure out what I do. I'm like, I don't want to hurt this guy. I don't know what to do. I think what I'm gonna really realize is that I'm bouncy, and I'm going to try to protect Masood. I'm going to be what do you call that in polo? If I'm your guard, if I'm running a play and like blocking for you?
You're just like essentially setting a pick. That's not too far off.
Setting a pick. I'm setting a pick. Yeah, I'm setting a pick. I'm just bracing myself, like setting a pick.
Okay, sweet. So you're
comes
using
my
your
way.
action to like use your protective feature.
Yep.
If
It's a group.
yeah, if Brant gets like attacked.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Easy enough for you to do that. So you're just following him around and being ready.
Yep.
Round is over. Everyone take a stress again.
Okay, 9.
9. Okay, so you're pretty high. Like next one is +3, -3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
At 10.
So
At 10.
strong.
Wow.
Okay, cool. He is disoriented. You have the upper hand. What would you like to do? Like the tying up is happening.
Yeah. Is there any way to like nod him? I think that's what I like.
All right, how do we just leave him for the authorities?
Leave them. We need to question them.
What, we're
The
gonna
authorities
take them?
can't deal with these folks.
But
I'm
they
looking
have
around.
they have all the space for it. What, we're gonna lug around a giant container of a water man and a kelp person?
She just picks it up. Yeah?
Okay, that's a lot easier knowing what we can do. That's fair.
We need to get them out of the water.
Oh.
Kelp. It dries. It would be weaker. I'm a
I look
vegetarian. I know
around
more about
for
these
an-
things than shrimp.
Yeah.
I look around for another barrel.
There are a few around, but you are holding the lid down on.
Right, this is suboptimal.
I
Can
just
I-
take inspiration from that notion of like, oh, I guess they can't stay here, and I'm just gonna go and try and do the same thing to Leon that I did to the tendril, except like rip him off the ground and then just start running with him wherever
Ooh.
we're running to. Yeah.
All right, yeah. You can give me a brawn with your power die.
Perfect. Okay. So first, the D20. It's a 9. The D8. It's a 3. So it's a 12. I have 1 adversity token left. I'm gonna bump it to a 13.
There's no way that I can beat that. There's no way that I can beat it. Like, unless I explode.
It could happen.
I got a 5, not a 6, so I don't explode. That's a 5. So just charging at him, like extending your nails out, digging in and like tearing into his legs. You run and like they basically like snap, like these strands that were holding his legs like into the network snap as you like run off with him, basically like away from the center. And you just carry on running, I guess, like all the way.
We're just gonna keep going off in the distance towards the van. I was like,
It's
someone
like-
just make sure it's unlocked.
It's-
Yeah.
Jack will start running with the barrel over her head. Like
Donkey Kong.
towards the van as well.
Where?
Yeah, she looks like Donkey Kong with her big arms and little legs.
Yeah, sweet. So you're all running towards the van. Who's gonna open it? How would
Where
you like
are
to
we?
do so?
That is a good question. Where are we
So
sitting?
like running, Arnie, you reappear like at the doors basically. Grab onto the back, swing the doors open as you guys like both pile in the bodies and barrels, and then get inside, wait for everyone to like jump in one after the other, and then boom, closing the doors as you get in there. Everyone take one more stress for that.
11.
And then take a
Lucky
nap.
10.
Oy.
10 and over is +3, -3.
Love it.
But we are in the back of the van, breathing heavily. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Goodness gracious.
Wild.
Oh, woof.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. How was that, guys? That was combat.
So
That
good.
was a lot.
That was
Scary. Yeah. But also wild to see everyone's evolution of their powers. It is
Yes.
really cool to see how it's growing. Yeah.
Everyone's going in like some of you. I was like, I bet that'll happen. And some of you, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? It's great.
Yeah, but you really caught me off guard with your transfiguration one. I was like, I thought it was gonna be voices or something, but no,
Yeah.
it's the whole deal.
No, I went straight up
Um,
Mystique.
this is
Fair.
why I wanted to keep it all secret. It's so
Yeah,
much
it's
fun
great.
to like discover these things. We have been playing Kids in Capes. The Kickstarter is closed, but I think late pledges are still open. So you can head over before we go and raid someone, ! KIC in the chat will give you that link to go and get over there. This is Kids in Capes, the latest in the series of powered by kids on bikes, on kids bikes, capes. No, not that. No.
It's cool shit.
Yeah, it's great game. And we're not even playing like the complete version. Like we're playing just like the quick start rules that they put together that kind of will allow you to form something. So I can't wait to see the game when it's fully finished. But yeah, we're gonna find someone to raid. It is a good point. So next week, I believe we are basically off until Kids in Capes next Thursday for the finale. Yes, which will be pre-recorded because we got some people away. So if you say things in the chat and we don't actually react, that's why.
We'll be in the
but
chat.
But we're going to finish up the story tomorrow off air and then air it next Thursday. So make sure you're there to catch the conclusion of the story of these kids from Newburgh. Yeah, so we're gonna find someone to raid. Who are we gonna raid?
Roll D5.
Sure,
They're playing
let's do it.
They're playing Workboard.
Workboard.
Okay.
Workboard.
It was interesting.
All right, so we're gonna watch a modified version of Morkborg, I guess. Maybe they're just like dark, horrible, like black metal tearing up your boss. I don't know. But we'll go and check it out. I'm game. But yeah, so we'll be back live, but not live, next Thursday for the finale of Kids in Capes. Thank you so much. Have a great start to your weekend from Friday onwards. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. But thank you so much. Have an awesome weekend. Goodbye.